AC here. Hi guys and gals. Well, I am going to be doing a Spooky University video today. I'm having lunch. I'm going to be doing it on the iPad. There's somebody sitting over there, but you know, it's more discreet if I do it on the iPad. It might be a little bit messy in the woods, so that's why I'm doing it here. Spooky University 98. And that's last week's, and the topic was on something that you had witnessed. Well, let me see. I'd be wondering about how I was going to touch that, and I thought at one point I was going to talk about what I've witnessed in the past and comparing how I witness things now. Now, what I was going to talk about was how I witness small town living. Wait a minute, you say, that is not witnessing something. Well, in a way it is. Because you see, when you witness something like that, you will see the difference in the evolution, I was going to say, of relationships. If you live in a small town where people tend to know each other, and if you live in a big town where unless you're part of a smaller community within the big town, you will most probably be on your own. When I was a kid, I mean, in a small town, let's say there was a fire or something. My uncle was assistant chief in the firemen, and that doesn't mean that he called us when there was a fire, but I mean just to say that we knew about the fires and stuff like that. But whenever there was a big fire, usually people would run off, even if it was in the middle of the night, to see what was going on. I mean, it would be like somehow, I don't know, people would just know. And so we would leave. I have had times where I went with my dad to look at the firemen working on a fire. Now, you know, if it's I don't know, a shed or something, it's no big deal. But if it was somebody, you know, that you knew, or somebody that your parents knew or something, the whole community was like, oh my goodness, what's going to happen? You know, there was the whole action of how do you react, and it was very, very different. I mean, I do remember fires in business places where, of course, there's the whole thing of what's going to happen to the community. So there is a whole community side when an event happens. I have witnessed this also in actually the tag I did the other day. When you think about when there was community events, be it like wedding showers, bridal showers, when everybody would get together. So I mean, what I was going to say is that you witnessed not only, often in small towns one thinks of that there's this, like, everybody's looking over your shoulder and what are you doing and stuff like that. You know, there is a bit of that, of course. But there's also the fact there is this, at least in the old towns, I'm talking about in the 60s now, there is something of that caring mentality that stayed, you know, that people got together because they like being together, because they like doing things for the town. The event where I felt that the most once was there was a family that the grandparents went off with the children for a ride, for a vacation or something, and they had a horrible car accident, and I think everybody died, so that the family was disseminated. I'd have to ask my mom for all the details, but I don't remember if one of the parents died as well, but at least the grandparents, I think so. It was something like that anyway, but the family was disseminated, or decimated, I don't remember now what the right word would be, but and the whole town was literally in mourning. For some of us, it might have been a school colleague. It wasn't my case, but I think it probably was for my sister. And the whole town felt it. Work colleagues, neighbors, everybody. Somebody was affected in one way or another. And that's the type of thing that if you're in a big city, it won't happen. Like I say, unless you're part of some smaller community. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess that'll be it. That'll be my Spooky University 98. It's not quite the subject. It is in a way, but that's what I'm bringing. That'll be my contribution. Okay, that'll be DC signing off. Take care, everybody. And I'm probably going to Spooky University 99 now.